Good evening and welcome to Icutv Main News. Let's take a look at the stories making headlines. Faith Musonda fined and jailed for attempting to enter president's residence. Petauke man detained after shooting leaves one injured. Zambia Army Commander attends SADC security meeting as region pays tribute to late President Lungu. And in our international news, oldest President Biya eyes 8th term, targets youth online. And in our sports news, first president encourages Copper Queens after WAFCON exit. With the news details, my name is Mabalaka Sama. Lusaka Magistrate Irene Wishimanga has fined journalist and businesswoman Faith Musonda 24 kwacha or face 1 month imprisonment in default after finding her guilty of being idle and disorderly. Musonda has also been sentenced to 1 month simple imprisonment for attempting to unlawfully enter President Hakainde Hichilema's residence community house. She admitted guilt after initially denying the charge, stating she had wanted to see First Lady Mdinta Hichilema over a prolonged court case on maintenance. In mitigation, she pleaded for leniency, saying she meant no harm and now understands the limits around accessing State House. Police in Petauke have detained 31-year-old Manki Safakatali Isaac of Fairview compound after he allegedly shot and injured 42-year-old Diloni Mwale of Chimate village in the leg during a dispute. Eastern Province Police Commissioner Robertson Wemba confirmed the incident happened around 8 hours. Mwale had delayed while buying buns, prompting his cousin to check on him only to find him fighting with the suspect. Isaac allegedly fired 4 warning shots, one of which hit Mwale. He was arrested as he tried to flee. Police recovered the pistol and ammunition. Mwale is being treated at Kalindawalo Hospital. Zambia Army Commander Lieutenant General Geoffrey Ziele is attending the 27th SADC Ministerial Committee MCO meeting on politics, defense and security cooperation in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. The delegation is led by Ministry of Defense Permanent Secretary Mambo Hamaundu, with the meeting focusing on regional peace, security and strategic coordination. It was opened by Tanzania's Foreign Affairs PS, Dr. Samuel Shelukindo, who emphasized collaboration against cybercrime, organized crime, and human trafficking. The meeting also paid tribute to Zambia's late President Edgar Lungu and fallen peacekeepers and will run until 25th July, reviewing progress on key regional security decisions. We now take our first break. Stay tuned for more news.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
Welcome back. We continue with the news. And now in our local stories, the Ministry of Information and Media has welcomed newly appointed Topstar Communications Limited CEO, Minister Jimmy Luwo, during a courtesy call on Permanent Secretary Thabo Kawana. Mr. Kawana expressed hope that Mr. Luwo's leadership will elevate the company's performance. He assured the CEO of the government's full support and open door policy for consultation. The government remains committed to strengthening its partnership with Topstar for the benefit of Zambians. Mr. Luwo was encouraged to remain open to engagement with stakeholders seeking clarity on the company's operations.
Office as CEO for Topstar Zambia.
Yes.
Like you have stated, this company has been in existence for 7 years and is a joint venture between through ZMBC, the government of the Republic of Zambia via ZMBC and yourselves.
Yes.
And I think you have come at a time when there's a lot of reforms going around in terms of us as the New Dawn administration re-looking into these joint ventures and making sure that they serve the purpose for which they were intended.
Okay.
And I think you saw that there was a meeting during the time that the president met the board of the ZMBC.
Yes.
And he did express concern about the ventures that ZMBC is engaged with and to ensure that these ventures prove to do what they were intended for with ZMBC on behalf of the people of Zambia.
Okay.
So you have come at a time when those reforms are ongoing.
Yes.
So you will find that a lot of stakeholders will come to you.
Mm-hmm.
Information will be sought from you. A lot of questions will be asked to you.
Mm-hmm.
Please do not feel harassed.
Yes.
It's part of the routine.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to assure you that this ministry, this office, is there for you.
Okay.
Anytime you want to consult, anytime you want to.
SADC MIH has declared a 529 million kwacha dividend for 2024 after posting a record 40 billion kwacha profit, marking a major turnaround from a 4.7 billion kwacha loss in 2023. The group's performance was driven by strong investment returns, royalty inflows, and Mopani's successful restructuring. Government will receive 410 million kwacha, NAPSA 79 million kwacha, and 40 million kwacha goes to minority shareholders. Board chairperson Festo Musonda called 2024 a landmark year, while CEO Kakenawa Muyangwa said Mopani's debt restructuring and Kansanshi royalties have set a path for sustained growth. This marks ZCCMIH's 10th consecutive dividend, with a total of 2.2 billion kwacha paid out since 2015. Lusaka City Council is prioritizing inclusive infrastructure through its non-motorized transport NMT initiative at making roads safer for pedestrians and cyclists. During a presentation of NMT road designs, LCC Town Clerk Engineer Lifteri Ndaba, through a speech read on his behalf, stressed the importance of building roads that cater to all users. The council is working with Bloomberg Philanthropies, Vital Strategies, and Zambia Road Safety Trust to support safer, healthier mobility in the city. LCC says current roadworks, including a 4.1-kilometer stretch, now include walkways and cycle paths. ZRST chairperson Daniel Mwamba praised the council's move, calling it a step towards sustainable, people-friendly infrastructure. Government has signed 13 public-private partnerships (PPP) concession projects worth over 7.6 billion between 2022 and 2025 to accelerate infrastructure growth. Key projects include the Lusaka-Ndola dual carriageway, the Lobito Corridor Railway, and the completed Chingola-Kasumbalesa Road and border post. Others are the Katete-Chanida Road, Mutanda-Kauma Road via Kasempa, and Solwezi-Kipushi Road. More PPP deals, including the Tazara and Mpongwe Machia Road projects, are expected in 2025. To safeguard public funds, the government has introduced strict PPP regulations and developed fiscal risk guidelines. It's also enhancing its public investment management system to ensure accountability and value for money. All major projects will undergo full appraisal under the National Planning and Budgeting Act before inclusion in national budgets. You're still watching Icutv Main News. We take another break. Coming up next is international and sports news, so do stay with us.
At the Information and Communications University, we're not just educating students, we're shaping the future of Zambia and beyond. With a global perspective, ICU offers cutting-edge programs in information technology, business, humanities, engineering, and education. We combine theory with practical skills, ensuring our graduates are ready for the job market.
Whether full-time or distance learning, our flexible programs cater to the needs of every student, creating pathways for success. ICU is driven by innovation, research, and entrepreneurship.
We empower our students to be leaders and change makers in their industries.
Through strategic global partnership, including collaboration with leading universities such as St. Petersburg State University and others, we give our students a competitive edge on the global stage.
Our graduates don't just earn degrees, they create impact. They are leading the way in ICT, business, engineering, and more, both locally and internationally. Join the Information and Communications University, where your future begins today.
Thank you so much for staying with us. And now in our international news, Cameroon's 91-year-old President Paul Biya has confirmed his bid for an 8th term in October's election, turning to social media to appeal to the country's youth. With over 60% of the population under 25, Biya is posting daily on Facebook and X to court young voters who make up more than half the electorate. However, analysts say his digital outreach is failing to gain traction, with many youth viewing his campaign as disconnected from their realities. Still in international news, Syria's armed Bedouin clans have withdrawn from the Druze majority city of Suwaida following a week of deadly clashes and a ceasefire brokered by the United States. More than 250 people were killed in fighting between Druze fighters and Sunni Muslim Bedouin mother clans, sparking fears of wider sectarian violence. The clashes also triggered Israeli airstrikes in Suwaida, targeting Syrian government forces who had reportedly sided with the Bedouins. Sectarian attacks on the Druze community and retaliatory assaults on Bedouin Western tensions. Interim President Ahmed al-Shara, seen as sympathetic to the Bedouins, called for their withdrawal and urged both sides to let state forces restore order. By Sunday, dozens of Bedouin fighters remained on the outskirts as military police and security forces were deployed to oversee their exit from the province. Bedouin leaders blamed loyalist Druze factions aligned with spiritual leader Sheikh Hikmat al-Hijri for the violence. We take another break as we get ready for our sports news, so stay tuned.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
Thank you so much for staying with us. And now in our sports news, Football Association of Zambia FAS President Keith Mwemba has encouraged the Copper Queens to remain proud despite their quarter-final loss at the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Mr. Mwemba acknowledged the team's hard work and commitment, saying they were simply unlucky in their 5-0 defeat to Nigeria. He reminded the players that another WAFCON opportunity awaits and urged them to stay focused. He emphasized early preparations for national teams going forward and directed technical benches to coordinate with FAS leadership for better results. The Copper Queens are expected back in the country today. That sports item brings us to the end of the main news, but before we go, a quick recap of the stories that made headlines. Faith Musonda fined and jailed for attempting to enter president's residence. The man detained after shooting leaves 1 injured. Zambia Army commander attends SADC security meeting as region pays tribute to late President Lungu. And in our international news, Otis President Biya eyes 8th term targets youth online. And in our sports news, FAS President encourages Copper Queens after WAFCON exit. Thank you so much for watching. For more news updates, do stay glued to our Facebook page, that's Icutv, and our website, that's icutvzm.com. My name is Mapalo Kasama. Good evening.